November the 22nd, 2017. University of Princeton, guys, has a report out from a study they did, and they're saying that your every keystroke is recorded by more than 400 of the world's most popular websites, including Spotify and Skype, to log into your private data. Now, these keyloggers, this keystroke, guys, is one of the worst forms of hacking there is. Then if these companies get hacked, then all of your information is out there. This even means, say you're looking at a product to buy online and you go through it, put your information in, then you don't ever buy it. You never actually go through the full process of purchasing it. All of that's been recorded. Even if you put your credit card information, then you don't, say for instance, you don't like the amount of shipping or you changed your mind, they recorded it. Everybody does it. There's 482 of the top 5,000 websites use what's called session replay scripts. Hidden strings of data are used to record everything you do while visiting a page. Data typed into forms on the website can be recorded even if you don't submit it. The information could be used by third parties for identity theft and scams. It goes on to say that hundreds of home pages, including those of Microsoft, Adobe, WordPress, use secret code called session replay scripts to monitor your online activity. Hidden strings of data, again, record everything you do while you're visiting the page, including what you type and when you move your mouse. This could be used by third parties, again, to reveal everything from credit card details to medical complaints, as well as putting you at risk of identity theft and online scams. The findings were made as part of a Princeton University's Web Transparency and Accountability Project, which monitors websites and services to find out what user data companies collect, how they collect it, and what they do with it. They found 482 of the top 50,000 websites by numbers of visitors use session replay scripts. They are used to record your keystrokes, mouse movements, and scrolling behavior along with the entire contents of the page you visit and send them to third party. The idea behind these intrusions is to let the owners of a website gather insights into how users interact with their pages and to discover which are broken or are confusing to visitors. But the Princeton team is concerned that keeping this data anonymous may prove difficult, exposing visitors to a number of dangers. In a blog post revealing the findings, Stephen Englehart, a PhD candidate at Princeton, said, "Unlike typical analytics services that provide aggregate statistics, these scripts are intended for the recording and playback of individual browsing sessions, as if someone is looking over your shoulder." It's exactly what they're doing, and it needs to be stopped. Now, we are seeing some progress in one aspect of the internet right now. If you remember, I think it was 2015, Obama started the net neutrality thing, and it was supposed to be a good thing. But what happened, there were major players in Silicon Valley and social media that were spending hours and several meetings and different days at the White House during that time, and a lot of money transferred hands, guys. What happened? The big ones were excluded. The big players, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, were excluded from the net neutrality. In other words, other people had to carry the information regardless. Your phone companies, things like that. But because of the money that changed hands in this under the table deal, they were allowed to become the censorship kings, the judge, jury, and executioner of who sites get blocked, taken down, and what information you get out of. But the new FCC appointed chairman by Trump, his name is Paya, said he's going to block it. They're going to vote on the final aspects of that around the December 12th or 14th. And the stifling oppression on the freedom of speech, maybe some of that will get lifted. Let's hope so. Now, let me continue with this keystroke article. Now, Princeton decided to test the processes used by 6 companies that offer the service. They set up test pages as well as analyzing live sites to find out what kind of information may be accessible via the tools. Mr. Englehart and his colleagues identified the 4 main problems resulting from the use of the scripts. All of the services studied attempt to prevent password leaks by automatically excluding password input fields from recordings. However, mobile-friendly login boxes that use text inputs to store unmasked passwords are not redacted by this rule unless the publisher manually adds redaction tags to exclude them. The research team found at least one website where the password entered into a registration form was visible in SessionCam software, one of the 6 services studied, even if the form was never submitted. SessionCam has denied the claim. Now, I will link to this list of these people that are doing it. You got Zandu.ru at the top. Then if you notice in the middle, this is the session replay company that some of the people on the right are using. WordPress, Microsoft, Adobe, Kokok, TXXX, GoDaddy. I was a GoDaddy user until this report come out, and by the end of the day, that will change. UOL, India Times, Vito, Outbrain, HClips, Kanogo, Upornia, Spotify, LiveJournal, Scott, Softonic, FilesWordPress.com, Instructure.com, Wittyfeed.com, RT. This is Russian Times. Again, center column is the guilty software company that these people are using, but it goes on page after page. See at the bottom, and I'm not going to read them all. We'll take a look at some of the bigger ones, though. And I suggest you look through all the pages, too, and see if there's someone here you're dealing with, and either quit dealing with them and express your concern about it also. But you've got Onato, Upwork, Telegraph. I'm going to go down HP, SharePoint, Evernote, Samsung, Xfinity, AVG. And these are AVG is supposed to be a software protection company. And when you see these big names, Samsung, Home Depot, guys, you don't really think about those sites would be doing it, but they are. So you need to let them know about it. Let them know how you feel. Think about it. It's the worst form of hacking there is. They have no business with this information to start with, and as far as keystroke logging, it should be illegal if it's not. It's one of the worst forms of invasion. Every time you type something, credit card information, anything, they have it. We will update this. I also will update the upcoming Federal Communications Commission vote on net neutrality. This is a heads up. Be safe.